Hey guys, it's the end of the day. I made it through, but we driving and chatting. So this is most likely a YouTube video because I don't think I'm gonna keep stopping this to break this little sucker up. So here we go, driving and chatting. It's your girl SeekretD. Feel free to follow me. TikTok, which I'm gonna start doing better with, is SeekretD. Twitter, again, same difference, SeekretD. Instagram, SeekretD, SeekretD. What else? I think that's it. But I'm just coming to y'all because me and my sister Yonika, she has her YouTube page as well. If I remember while I'm uploading this, because y'all know I'm not that great with uploading, if I remember, then I'll tag her page in it. I think she just started it, but she also does a podcast with someone else, but her own personal page, I believe, is pretty brand new, but she does have a following on that other person's jammy joint, and she just started her Instagram page as well, so follow that. I'll put that there. But in talking to my sister, right, I realized a couple of things. So one, some of y'all dudes really y'all really messed up, man. And it's not that I didn't know that y'all was messed up, because I dealt with some messed up individuals myself, right? Okay, so I know y'all, some of y'all got the potential, capability, whatever you want to call it, to be real fucked up, okay? So we know that. But some of y'all are like extra fucked up. Like, I don't want to be going too much into detail, right? Because it's her story to tell, not mine. And I'm a firm believer of people should tell their own shit, you know. I don't really bring and carry news like that. I don't really be all in people's business. I don't do too much of that. But we're going to go live. I need to figure out the date and time, because we need to compare and contrast notes. And also, we don't have the same, we don't think the same when it comes to certain things. So it's actually hilarious when we're in the car talking to each other, because some shit is like, we like day and night. I'm like, wait, girl, what? And she feels the same way about me. So I feel like that'll be like a funny thing to see in real time, because yeah, that'll be funny. But some of the stories she be telling me about women who be in her inbox, and the crazy part is that, like, me personally, I'm trying to think, I don't think I've ever had like a woman hit my inbox about a woman, about like their man, you know what I mean? Not about a woman. But I don't think I've had that. But I did inbox a chick one time, but it wasn't really like on some, how do you know my man? It was on some like, why the fuck you keep bothering me? Like, why are you so pressed about my life? Like, why are you stalking me on social media? Why are you commenting on my shit like that? Come to find out, my nigga I don't even use that word, so when I say it, I can't even say it seriously. But come to figure out, my dude was entertaining her. So that's why she was on my dick. Like, she was in my post, she was watching me, she was clocking me, because this nigga, this stupid ass nigga, was entertaining her, hanging out with the bitch, you know, like doing the most. And here I go thinking we good, but he's over here giving her pipe dreams. So homie was stalking me because she want to see, you know, what's going on with her potential future with this nigga that's telling her one thing, living a whole different thing. And of course she was on my page to kind of get the truth, if so to speak. So of course I found that out after the fact. But So that was the inbox one time, because she commented on my page or something, and I was like, yo, like, what is your problem with me? Like, why don't you leave me alone? And she was basically like, I spent the night at your nigga house. I was like, oh, okay. But and y'all gonna call me dumb, because I still forgave him after that. And I forgave him because of the conversation I had with her. I feel like she didn't say that XYZ went down, even though it was fucked up either way. She didn't say, they fucked. And I feel like she would have flat out said, oh, we had sex, if they had sex, because we did things that just friends don't do. I don't know what the fuck that meant. Now, I know that he's a lying ass, so I didn't really expect him to give me the full picture. But also, she hit me up like months after it happened. So it was almost like, okay, the shit is mad late now. Like, it wasn't even like fresh. We done went past it. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, okay, maybe, he was not thinking clearly then. And, we hash it out and we're going to go for it honestly. Just give me the fucking red nose and the fucking wig right now, because obviously, no. Okay, so lesson learned. When y'all see them fucking red flags, just run. Just take off running. Just fuck what he say. Just take off running, because the flags ain't red for no reason. Okay, just don't collect them shits like I was doing. Like you want to make a fucking dress out of the shit. Just know. One red flag, just know he gotta go. Okay? So that's the type of energy I'm on right now. Oh fuck. See, I'm talking to y'all, I missed my turn. Now I gotta do a circle and go back. That's what happens when you don't go to work for 2 years. Then you don't even notice when you're missing your turn. You just miss the shit because you're too busy yapping. But anyway, okay, fine. So that's the one thing. So women be in her inbox like, how do you know my man? What's going on with you and my man? Can you leave this man alone? We're not together, but I want him back. So please leave him alone so he can come back to me. Like shit like that. I be like, oh, okay, sis, you must got the sauce, because I don't know. I never got that. And the crazy part is that she don't be with none of these dudes. She don't be dating them. She don't be talking to them. They don't be paying no bills. Like, I low-key be like, yo, they giving you all this extra attention. They women in your inbox. They need to pay a fee or some shit. Like, pay a bill for me, sir, since you want to be adding extra unnecessary drama to my life that don't belong. But I digress. So that's the one thing I learned, is like, dudes really be on some dumb shit, and age does not matter, okay? Because she's a little bit older than me, but age don't matter, because she talks to older guys, and I used to talk to older guys. I used to dabble in the elders, as I say, and people be laughing at me when I say that, but I mean, they was potently older than me, more than a decade. I'm dabbling in the elders, okay? I was young too, so that makes a difference, like 15 years older now that I'm 35. Yes, I forgot how old I was for a minute, but 15 years older now that I'm 35 is not as bad as 15 years older when I'm 20, maybe. I don't know, maybe it's still bad, whatever, leave me alone. But so that's one thing I noticed. Second thing I noticed is that people handle relationships differently. Like, I knew that, because obviously I'm going to handle it different from Rebecca, and Rebecca's going to handle it different from Tamika, and Tamika's going to handle it different from Rachel, right? But I feel like talking to her, I see that shit in real time, and I just be like, am I doing something wrong, or is she doing something wrong, or we both fucking up in these streets? Like, I don't know. Like, I can't explain it, but I really be like thinking, like, is this shit normal? I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm not normal. You know why I feel like I'm not normal? Because when I talk to dudes or, you know, communicate with dudes, because 9 times out of 10 I'm not talking on the phone, they be making me feel like, should I say, like they never heard in their whole entire life, and it's so far-fetched, right? So for instance, boom, today, literally just today, I told this guy, okay, so y'all may or may not know that I'm not dating, right? I'm on a hiatus. I just don't want to date right now, right? I'm taking a break. I'm breathing. I'm getting rid of my baggages. I'm getting rid of my triggers. I'm zenning it out, and I'm being one with myself, and I'm okay, and I'm okay being okay, and I'm getting my mental together. I'm doing all of this shit before I decide to date, because dating 9 times out of 10 leads to a relationship. You know why? Because I'm awesome, okay? You're not gonna date me and not start catching feelings. You're gonna date me and you're gonna want to wife me up. That's just the way it goes, okay? Anyway, and when I say date, I mean date. I don't mean having sex, okay? Because, yeah, you don't have to have sex. You're still gonna fall in love, okay? And then when you have sex, you better go buy that ring. All right, no. Let me stop. So, all right, I don't got no good sense. But, so I told this guy that I don't date people who have an interest in me in some capacity. So I'm not, let me make it clear, while I'm not dating, okay? So I'm not dating. I'm actively not dating. Not actively dating, I'm actively not dating. Like, I'm making it a choice and an action to not date. You know what I mean? So I'm not going out, I'm not doing any of that stuff with men or women who might be interested in me in any capacity, just because I don't want to. And people are saying, oh, why? Like, if you don't want to be in a relationship, you don't have to be in a relationship. Nah, that shit is a slippery slope, and I done slipped and fell into some fucking relationships before, even without the fucking title. Like, we're not in a relationship officially, but we're in a fucking relationship. So no, just no. We're not even gonna make it a possibility. No. Okay? No. Fine. So I tell this guy, he's like, oh, you know, we should hang out. And I'm like, nah, because that's low-key dating. And it was through text message, but when I said it in my head, it sounded just like I just said that. Like, nah, that's low-key dating. Like, nah. He goes, how? I'm like, what? Come on, who's calling me?
You have an incoming call.
That number don't look familiar. I can't answer it anyway. I can't see. Anyway, so I tell him that's low-key dating and I'm not dating anyone right now. And he's like, how is that a date? I said, it is a date. When you spend time with someone that you have some type of interest in, it's a date. I don't care if you call it a date or you don't call it a date. And I don't understand why people really feel like it has to be like, oh, like an official something or another for it to be considered a date. If we're getting to know each other and you come to my house and you're like, oh, come outside for a second, and we sit in the car for an hour, that's a motherfucking date. Okay? And I think I got this concept from my ex. I don't know. My first kid's father. One time we spent the day together and he was like, oh, we had like 5 dates. I was like, we had like what? He was like, yeah, we had like 5 dates. What you mean? I was like, what you mean? What I mean? We have no damn 5 dates. He's like, nah, that was like 5 dates. And he broke it down like every section of the day. And I was like, all right, you're right. That was like 5 dates. But, you know, and obviously that's like a comical thing because it wasn't no 5 dates, but it was 5 dates. It was potently as far as time spent. So for me, I don't have to, it doesn't have to be like an official date for it to be a date, okay? So you're not going to spend more than a half an hour of my time, which generally keeps going because, you know, again, I'm dope. So, you know, we start talking, we're gonna be vibing, and we just gonna be, unless you're not interested, because then we're not gonna be talking that long. Conversation gonna be cut and dry and mad ashy. So no. So, you know, granted, you know, you're an interesting person as well, and you don't have me talking about myself and to myself like I be doing when I do these videos. So y'all know I could talk. Y'all know I have the capacity to talk. Y'all know this. So, you know, just pick the topic and we could do it. So that's where the concept is from, right? So he's like, you know, really acting mad confused. Like, how is that a date? It's not a date. But I really feel like it's only not a date because he wants it to happen. You know what I mean? Because it really is a date. He's like, oh, what if it's game night? And, you know, he's like, it's competitive. I said, people go bowling on first dates. That's pretty competitive, you know, because people be doing the most at the bowling alley, you know, so it's a date, sir. And he was like, fine, you win. Yes, I do, because it's a date. But yeah, so yeah, you know what, you know, I don't even know what I was saying when I said that, but I think it was something along the line. People make me feel weird, but right. So, oh yeah. So yeah, so I feel like people date differently, or you know, deal with. Oh, that's a nice car. I'm stuck in cars, y'all, because I want to get a different one. But yeah, so people handle things differently, and when I talk to her, my sister, I'm going back. I realized that we do deal with things differently as far as guys are concerned, and we have different mindsets as far as different things are concerned, and that's 100% fine. We just each require somebody who, you know, could deal with our shit. You know, compatibility. So you don't have to want the same things, but you kind of gotta be okay with what I want, and I gotta be okay with what you want, and you gotta be able to feel like you can give me what I need, and I gotta feel like I can give you what you need. And that's a mistake I also made in the past, because I was in a relationship with dude, and I did not think I could give him what he needed. I didn't. I really did not. Like, he made me feel like whatever I was doing was not enough and he required more. And that's 100% fine. And I told him this, because y'all know how I feel about being transparent. So I'm always going to tell you how I feel. Sometimes not right away, but I'm always going to tell you how I feel when it's important. Sometimes it's not important. I've learned over the years that you don't always have to say how you feel. But if you're not going to say it, then you don't need to react on it. So if you're not going to say, this upset me, then you need to swallow that shit and not be upset by it. You know what I mean? So that's different, you know? So you're not going to always say how you feel, but then you can't react on it. You can't feel no kind of way about it. So, for instance, if you went to the bathroom, you left the toilet, bathroom. I said bathroom. You went to the bathroom, right? No, that's weird. All right, whatever. We're gonna move past the word, because I think I'm enunciating too much now that I said it wrong. You went to that place and you used the bathroom and you used the toilet and you left the seat up. Now, this is something that I've been telling you. Not really. This is a hypothetical, so please don't be like, you never told me. I know I didn't tell you, because I'm not talking to anybody in particular. This is a general conversation that we're having, okay? So I tell you that, you know, please don't leave the seat up. It's really pissing me off, and it's really pissing me off because I got up in the middle of the night and I had to pee, and I fell in the toilet seat. My butt was in the cold water, and now I'm mad, okay? But I don't tell you I'm mad, right? So my butt is wet. I'm mad. I don't say nothing to you. Dang, I should have went to that place, because it's where I bought them lotto tickets from, and I was supposed to go take them back. So usually when I buy lotto tickets from somewhere and I win, I try to take them back to the same place so I could keep the momentum going. You know what I mean? But I passed it, so it's not gonna happen today. So what I mean by, if you're not gonna say it, don't say nothing, don't react to it. I fell in the toilet. My butt is wet. And I don't mean like right away, because let's say it's 3 o'clock in the morning. You don't want to wake up, bae. He gotta work. He gotta be up at 5. You want to be considerate, even though you're pissed off. You're kind of livid because your ass is not wet. And you might have to go wash it off depending on what's in the toilet, how you feel about it, how tired you are, how weak you are, whatever. We're not judging, okay? So if you don't want to wash your ass after it falls into the toilet, you don't have to wash it, okay? That's okay. So fine. So if you don't address that within, I'm gonna say 24 hours, because we're gonna say he got up at 5, he went to work, he's at work, you don't want to bother him, you want to just give him positive energy during the day. Hey babe, I hope you had a good day, I love you, make it great, I hope you're amazing. You want to pop in, hey, I'm thinking about you, kiss kiss. You know, you want to do all that shit while he's at work, right? He comes home from work. Again, you don't want to meet him with that shit at the door. You're going to kind of gauge how he's feeling and all that good stuff. So it might take about 24 hours for you to get the shit out. So I understand that it might not be an immediate thing, right? But once he's, you know, unwound from work, then you be like, yo, listen, this is gonna seem a little random, right? But you know what? You left the toilet seat up last night, and I went to go pee, and my ass fell in the toilet. And he might laugh, you know, depending on the kind of dude that you like. He might laugh because he thinks it's funny that your ass went in the toilet. And this might piss you off a little bit because you feel like he's dismissing your feelings. But you have to know your audience and you have to know who you're with. So he might just think it's funny, and he might not be trying to be a prick about it. He might just really be, you know, amused that you fell in the toilet and your ass got wet. So once you get past that, and you're like, yo, can you stop doing that shit? Like, please? Like, I'm asking you, can you please make a better effort not to leave the seat up? Right? You addressed it. That's it. You didn't hold that in, right? You let him know how you felt. So then, if you do that shit again, now you can fucking react. Because now, the next time he left shit up, if your ass falls in the toilet seat, the next day he comes home, again, you might not want to be petty during the day, but you might not want to be so nice during the day. Like, you might forget to not think about him. Or you might think about him, and because you're being petty, you might not hit him up. Because usually, that's what I do. I try not to be excessive about it, but if you cross my mind during the day, I hit you up like, hey babe, little kissy face, thinking about you because you're on my mind. So I want you to know you're on my mind. I want to send all that positive, loving energy your way, right? But let's say I'm being petty because you made me fall in the fucking toilet again, and I asked you to be more considerate, and that shit should be fresh on your mind so that it's not literally the next day or damn near same day you leaving the toilet seat up. Like, at least remember for a couple days so my ass is not wet at 3 a.m. So when you at work the next day, you know, I might think about you. I might smile and like, oh, babe. And then I'm gonna be like, fucking babe, because then I remember that you made my ass fall in the toilet seat, and then I'm not gonna text you. I'm not gonna text you that little kissy face. I'm not gonna tell you I'm thinking about you. I'm just gonna be like, I hope you're having a good day at work. But I'm not going to text you that. I'm just going to say it to myself because that's my petty. And I'm entitled to that because you could at least thought about me for 24 hours or a couple hours because I just told you that shit right before you went to bed. You still left the seat up. But yeah, so y'all, I'm laughing because I really be cracking myself up because I'll be wilding out in these conversations. But it's valid. So again, I don't even know how we got on that point, but I feel like if you don't talk about it, then you have no reason to react. So like, let's say you never told him that your ass from the toilet seat, then you can't be mad the next day. You better act like nothing happened. That's it. The end. But that's it. I feel like I went on enough tangents. I feel like, you know, we had a good conversation. I feel like mad times. And I feel like I'm close to home soon, kind of. Not really, but close enough that I can end this conversation. I feel like we talked about stuff. And, you know, 24 minutes, 25 minutes. You know, so I would just like to take this time out to say, I'll be doing this some more. seriously though, I think I'm gonna try to go live after work, and feel out how that kind of goes. But my issue with going live is, I never did it before, so about to be a non-virgin for a live, because I never did it before. Virgin, get it? All right, whatever. I don't want to be explicit and use the other term for when you divergenize. I feel like that would have been a little bit much, because we just talking about going live on videos. So I don't want to be extra. But y'all know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna go live I'm gonna go live, period, right? And I'm thinking the afternoon is better to go live than the morning, or the morning is better. I don't know. We'll see. I'll put it in my little stories, and y'all can tell me if I should go live during my morning drive or my afternoon drive, and then we'll see how it goes that way. I'm also gonna go live with my sister, and we're just gonna chit chat about what we chatting about, and that should be interesting. Maybe have a drink or something and just chat. All right, y'all, I'm tired. I'm gonna be home in like 10 minutes. I gotta go pick up laundry too. I'm hungry. When I say hungry, it sounds like H-O, but hungry. All right, whatever. I'm starving at this point, because I call myself having shakes at work, but I only took one shake, so I definitely need to take 2 shakes tomorrow. And then I'll come home and have my dinner. But I feel like overall this was a good chat. You guys can feel free to comment. Don't be commenting telling me I'm annoying, because I absolutely am not, okay? Or I am, but leave me alone. Let me live. Don't call me annoying. You're gonna hurt my feelings. Okay, no, I'm not gonna lie. I don't lie, so you're not gonna hurt my feelings. But I'm just saying, why you gotta be rude? If you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. I know we all know how that goes. So if you think I'm annoying, just please keep it to yourself. That's all. But I'll be back. And I wanted to park here, but since you all in my space, I'm gonna move. So yeah, that's it, y'all. All right, that's it. Bye.